internet. Welcome to the Intoxicated Podcast, a weekly comedy talk show that dives into the personal lives of comedians, experts, and creators. I'm your host, Sarah McClellan, a very amateur stand-up comedian and self-proclaimed sad girl. It's the comedy podcast with a lot of heart. Feel hard and talk hard. This is the Intoxicated Podcast.
Because it's like everyone who gets up at, it's just like whenever there's those brief times when you do get up before like 10, you're walking around at like 8 on a Saturday, you're like, oh, look at all these people. Like it's like a different,
so great.
It's like the secret societies, you know?
Yes.
It's like, oh, these are all the rulers. They're all up awake. They're getting stuff done. They're moving
It's
around.
the people with their shit together. Like
Yes. And they look, you know, I'd love to be part of that crew. They always have nice windbreakers on, you know? They got like nice windbreakers and like a beautiful partner and like
usually a dog.
That's what I was about to say, a dog with the shiniest coat you've ever
Yes.
seen. Like a dog where you wouldn't be surprised if it started talking to you. Like if it was like, if like they were all like, morning, and then the dog was like, morning, or something, whatever.
This is such a funny thing for me to like admit out loud to you.
Please.
But when I was listening to your special, number one, I loved it.
Oh, thank you. That's
Fucking
really
great.
nice.
So great.
Oh, wow, awesome. Thank you.
But I was like, Jordan would be a good dog voice.
You are not the first person to say that.
What?
Yeah, people are, yes.
I think it's just
Yeah.
like it's a little gruff.
Yeah, like if I was like, hey, get back here with my ball or whatever. Whatever dogs would say, oh, is that, well, I'm going to roll in that. I'm going to roll in that.
That shit.
Yeah, I love rolling in shit. I'm a dog. Does that sound convincing?
Yes.
I love rolling in shit. I'm a dog.
But you sound
Big old pile of shit. I'm going to put my back in that.
Who do you sound like? You sound like somebody.
I don't know who I
Your
sound like.
voice sounds like a celebrity's voice, but I don't know.
I don't know. People do remark upon my voice a lot. I am happy with it. I feel like it's my nice ass.
Instead of it's like
It's like my hot feature.
you know
my
what?
Voice.
No, but you know what? Voice is very important because like I've heard from women specifically who've gone on dates with like guys who are like by all means attractive and then they speak out they like voices like this and they're instantly like I'm not fucking you now.
Yeah, a bad voice is crazy. No one likes a bad voice.
No, bad voice
It's
is
a
bad.
nightmare.
But like a good voice.
Good voice. Good voice. If you have a good voice, man, the world's your oyster. People say you should be a cartoon dog. Oh, wow, you got a great voice. You should be a dog.
Oh my god, I'm so,
I'm just kidding.
so
I'm just
funny.
kidding.
What kind of dog would you be? If there was a movie and it was like you're gonna get a big paycheck to voice this
I'd be
dog.
one of those dogs that belongs to a homeless person that wears a bandana.
Like a terrier? A mixed or like a mutt.
Mutt.
Like
for
a mutt,
sure,
a mixed breed.
Mutt. Yeah, mutt, for sure.
Well, let's get into it.
Okay.
I'm so excited for this one. Everybody, today's guest has a brand new comedy album out everywhere you can find comedy albums.
Yeah, wherever that is.
So I was like, I'm looking for a comedy album.
Yeah.
Where do I go?
Yeah.
On all streaming services, it's called Friend Daddy. That's right, right?
Friend Daddy is
Friend
correct.
Daddy, I got it. And he is a comedian and writer. Please welcome Jordan Foisy.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Welcome. This is an afternoon podcast.
We're podcasting in the afternoon. We're being so productive.
I just gave you a beer and put a blinding light in your face, and I said,
Let's
Welcome.
podcast.
welcome to the shit show is what I tell my guests.
This isn't too shit showy. Does it get shit
Yeah.
showy?
It gets a little
It's like
shit-
3 in the afternoon. How can it get shit showy?
I mean, the conversation can get shit showy.
All right.
Because
I'm
I
prepared.
encourage tangents.
Buckle up.
I call it Tangent Town.
Okay.
We're going to Tangent
We're
Town.
going to Tangent Town.
That could be like on a t-shirt.
Merch.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
That's a merch idea.
Take a left at Non Sequitur Avenue and you'll hit Tangent Town.
Tangent Town.
Yeah.
Like, I think in our last episode, we went from talking about music
Yeah.
to Taylor Swift
Okay. Well,
to how Taylor Swift is like Jurassic Park movies.
okay. Yeah, that's
and
a
then
tangent.
and then porn.
Well,
it-
don't quite know, or maybe I don't want to know. It's like, dinosaur movies. You know what that reminds me of? Porno.
This porno I watched once.
Yeah.
Yeah. So funny.
Okay, Tangent Town. Tangent Town it is. Watch out you don't end up in bad story neighborhood.
I love a bad story.
You love a bad story.
Well, it depends on what kind of bad. Is it bad in the sense that it leads nowhere and it's just disappointing?
Yeah, it's a bad
or
story.
Or is it bad, like something bad happened?
Well, that's a good story.
That's a good story.
A story where something bad happens is a good story. A bad story is a story where you're like, why the fuck did you tell me that?
What?
Those are all my stories.
Yeah. Well, at least you know. It's okay to have bad stories. It's not okay if you don't know they're bad.
That's true.
When someone telling you a bad story, you're like, Jesus Christ, take me now. Like, shoot me. There's nothing worse than a bad story. And you're like, holy fuck. And I've told bad stories, but you got to be able to know. You got to know.
Well, do you ever start telling a story and then kind of halfway through you go,
all the time.
This isn't going to be exciting for this person that
all
I'm
the time.
telling this to.
You're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
You just bail. It's okay to if you're to the listeners out there, it's okay to bail on a story. No one will judge you. You will be judged more harshly for having a bad story.
I heard a thing about Larry David, that there's a very famous story of him where he walked up to the microphone and got up there and just went, nope, and walked off.
Wow.
Like,
didn't want to do it.
He literally got up to the crowd and he just went, nah.
Was he hosting the Grammys or something?
I don't know.
Was it a big
It was
show?
a stand-up show, apparently.
Oh, wow.
Just like a regular, but I think this was when he was new into it. I never even knew he did stand-up.
I didn't really know that either. I mean, I guess I kind of knew, but,
Yeah.
I assumed.
Have you ever bailed on a joke or
A joke?
like in the middle of a show, just go, this doesn't work. And I'm
Oh,
gonna
of
move
course.
on. Yeah?
Of course, all the time.
Oh, man.
Yeah, of course. You go like, fuck this. I don't want to say that anymore. Totally.
But you need to acknowledge it.
You have to acknowledge.
Yeah,
what, are you just going to stop mid-word? You're going to go, what are you going to be like? And that's the thing about pie.
So anyways.
Well, yeah, last week, I think that would be horrible. You got to acknowledge it. I always say you get 2 bails a set before it fucks your setup. Like,
Do you think? 2?
This is my thing. Well, I guess it depends on how much time you're doing. But if you're doing like 10 to 15 to maybe half an hour, maybe it goes up by then. Maybe it goes up by, I think you get 3 in total for an hour. This is my theory.
3 an hour.
3 bails an hour. So,
But I feel like someone like you could bail and it would still be funny.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
what I
thing
mean.
about you. Like, that's how funny you are. Like, you could just comment on you bailing and the crowd would laugh.
well, yeah, but that's what I mean. You get to do that 3 times.
3 times.
And then after that, it's like, oh, well, now you just suck.
Now you're just.
Because it is funny to be like, fuck it, I don't want to do that one. Because they're like, what? You're allowed to do that? That's crazy. So if you're like, fuck it. But if you do that more than 3 times, then it's like, well, all of your jokes suck.
Yeah.
But like, I always bomb. Not always, but I've bombed,
I always bomb.
I've bombed a lot on the road. And, when it's not like an audience filled with, like hipsters, basically.
Yeah.
I will bomb, or I have a tendency. Occasionally that has happened, and so I'm pretty good at being like, fuck, this isn't working. Did like get a couple laughs out of that, but it diminishes real quick.
It does. It would.
This is where my rule of 3 comes from.
Rule of 3. Are there other rules of 3 in stand-up?
Yeah, there's tons. That's like the whole thing.
Ooh. 3 jokes. Only 3 jokes.
No, it's like you do like the rule of 3. It's like called that, like the joke format. You go,
oh shit.
You go example, punchline. So you're like, bap, joke. That's the rule of 3. Always do 3 examples. Or you have 3. It actually isn't true. You can obviously do whatever the fuck you want. But the like classic structure of anything is like joke, or it's example, or joke. Like it's in 3s for some reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if you have, what about like tags? Like, so you have your punch, and then it's sometimes nice to do tag.
Yeah, and then you'll go do 3.
Which is like kind of
but then
3
you can do
parts.
as much as you want. Obviously, this is foolish, but
Yeah.
it's not
This is
really
the rules of comedy with Jordan Foisy.
But it is literally called the rule of 3. So yeah. So,
Can I just
so I
say
have a new
though,
rule of 3.
I think I'm a new comic. Like I'm only just over a year in.
Okay.
I wish there was an actual comedy rule book.
Well, I mean,
Because
lots of
sometimes-
bad comedians have written them. There's tons. There's so many. There's so many. What are you talking about?
So many weird rules that
There's
like
so many. This is how you do comedy books. That's like half the podcast industry.
right.
It's like people just being like, when I started stand up.
This
Like,
you got to do this.
here are my rules. We're doing it right now.
I love how it's like, no, everyone's like, comedy is an art form that is your own. It is personal. It is like free speech, but do all these things.
yeah, exactly. Well, the worst, like, the most bitter debate in comedy that I've ever witnessed outside of all the annoying ones. You can't wear shorts on stage. Lots of old timers say you can't wear shorts.
Men and women?
Men and women.
Really?
That's what I'm saying. You can't wear shorts.
In the summer, it's hot.
It's outrageous.
That is over.
No one cares, but so.
Also, I do find with comedy, like the more casual you are, the better. If you're dressed casually.
It can turn around on you. If it's like, if I did this one corporate and I did really badly, and I think part of it, because the guy who booked me passively aggressively mentioned, was how casual my outfit was. Because it was like, I think if it's like people like, if they think it's going to be special and you dress down, they won't. You know what I mean? Like if it's a big night out,
right?
It can look. You got to look like you tried a little bit.
I've heard, as a female comic, because I asked female comics starting, like, what the fuck do I wear?
Yeah.
I was told dress like it's a first date.
Oh, I mean, I don't like telling female comics what to wear.
Jordan,
my rules don't extend into that. I guess that makes sense, because what does that mean? What does the first day mean? Like lightly up a little bit?
Yeah, lightly up, like a little more amped.
Yeah, that makes
but
sense.
not like you're going to a formal ball.
Right, like you're trying to look good, but not in a way where it's weird.
Not in a way that you're trying to.
I think that's actually a pretty good rule.
I think so too, because if you think about what guys typically wear on first dates, I mean, what do they normally wear?
Well,
Shirt?
What do I wear? I wear I dress like Ben Stiller in the Royal Tenenbaums. I got little shorts, collared thing, and a headband.
Yeah. Damn. There you go.
I basically have like 10 outfits, so that I just
that
cycle
are date
through.
outfits.
No, that in total. I just cycle through. I don't have. I have one pair of jeans.
Are they mix and matchable?
Oh, you better believe it. I have one pair of jeans.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I'm just putting on different shirts and wearing the same jeans every day.
That's me too, though. I think I only have like 3 pairs of pants.
Oh, yeah. That's all you need.
And then I just rotate, and then tops I have endless amounts of tops. Endless.
Of course,
it's fucking insane. The amount of clothes I have. Actually, I'm trying to sell clothes right now online.
How's that going?
Not great, because I
love when people
do it.
I love when people try to sell clothes, because it's like, oh yeah, that's what the world needs: more clothes being sold. Yeah, that'll be easy.
But there's
it's a real seller's market in terms of clothes.
But for me, I have all these dresses that I've never worn.
Why?
Because
my girlfriend's like this too.
I'm just bad at buying stuff.
I think it's
I think I need.
People love shopping online.
Yeah.
Are you getting them online, or are you going out to get them?
A combo.
Shopping feels good.
Online shopping is, I don't like it because I'm a half sizer. Like I'm sometimes could be medium, sometimes could be large.
I'm like, I never shop online for that reason. I don't trust that it's gonna fit.
It normally doesn't.
Yeah. And I'm like, how will I know? But then when it's weird, because I'm kind of strange, because I'll go. Well, I'm not strange at all, but this next thing will not be strange at all. But I'm annoying, I guess. But it's like, I get really like. Lightly OCD when I'm like buying clothes, because I like freak out. Once I buy them, I'm like, oh god, they're not gonna fit, and then like I get super stressed about shrinking them, and I like, it's like I obsess. I think about a lot, so that happens when I'm like touching the fabric. So I think if I bought it online, it'd be even worse.
Yeah, it's a risk.
Yeah,
it's a big risk.
It feels like a big risk. Yeah,
but I always say, oof, you're trying clothes on, try the largest size on first.
Work your way down.
Work your way down.
Right.
Do not do the thing where you go, feeling good today.
Oh yeah, don't fuck yourself.
You know what I mean? Like it's like, I don't know how it is for men, but the change room for me is fucking
based
brutal.
upon everything I've learned from university, it's more fun for men. Based upon all the classes I took and culture I've taken in the past 15 years, I would say yes.
There you go.
It's easier for men.
Guys always know what their size is. T-shirt size, you know,
because there's less. It's just like it's like 4 sheets for men.
Yeah,
women have like all sorts of different things going on. You have different genres of shirt.
Yes,
you got like
do.
flowy and sleeveless and like more cup exposy, less. Like there's a
Low
lot of
cut
shirt options.
penis.
Men have more sleeve or less sleeve.
More sleeve or less sleeve. That's
And
so
buttons
weird.
or no. There's 4 types.
Collared or not.
Yeah, there we go. Collar, no collar, sleeve, no sleeve, button, no button. There's our shirts.
It's you guys.
And women have that times like a billion.
There's a lot. It's overwhelming.
Yeah, you have like shit on them. They're looking like a fucking frill. It's like crazy.
I don't like frill.
Listen, like them or not, I'm just saying they're there.
I also don't like floral.
You don't like floral, eh? I went through a little floral stage.
Ooh,
Yeah.
like guy floral?
Guy floral, Hawaiian. Hawaiian. That's what I mean. Hawaiian.
I mean,
shirt.
it looks. I think that would look nice on a dude, actually, if it was like a masculine flower.
What? What's a masculine flower? Like a
don't
rose with a gun? It's like a posy throwing a football. You're like, wow, that's a masculine
I
flower.
think it's all in the color.
Look at that lilac not expressing its emotions. Kind of a masculine flower.
The print of the floral. It would depend on how that looks.
Well, I don't even
Maybe
know what
this
that
is
would
like
mean.
my gender stereotypes coming
I
in.
think you're what's you calling it? Essentializing.
I'm
You're
I?
making assumptions.
I think I'm just triggered because
I know exactly what you're
because
talking about.
I don't
Being
wear a
an
lot of
asshole.
floral, and every guy that's rejected me has ended up with a girl who wears like flowery dresses and shit. And I just go, I know I should wear this because this is what guys like, but like it just doesn't feel like me when I put it on.
I'm intrigued by this imaginary problem you've created. I guess what's happening is this. I'm like, I don't think that's what's happening.
It's a pattern I've noticed.
Yes.
I've just noticed that, but I mean, I just think guys like girls that look feminine, but like they wear floral dresses, but they only wear mascara.
My girlfriend
their
doesn't wear
hair is,
floral
like,
dresses.
Windswept.
My girlfriend doesn't wear floral dresses.
Oh really? What's she wear?
She wears like she does occasionally, but I would say she normally wears like I would say she's small, so she does like kind of like baggier things.
Oh okay.
And she'll do like kind of just like kind of flowier shirts.
Okay.
Normally a basic color, I would say.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
not
yeah,
like
that's nice.
what's it called when it's just like one to two colors.
Like solid.
Solids.
like
a lot of
solids.
solids. Yes.
She's a solid gal.
Yeah, I mean
I
she's putting
appreciate
on
that.
occasionally, but I would say the amount of times there's a floral happening is like 5 times a year, you know.
Slimmer.
When I
Okay, well
make
maybe,
her. No, I'm
maybe
just kidding.
I gotta let go of the hate. You know,
I
it
don't
looks
listen.
it
look
looks
past
great.
the floral. You
It
know?
looks great on other women.
Maybe
It's
you
just
should
not
start
me.
doing it.
Maybe I should.
Give it a try.
I
You start waking up at 7 in the morning. You're like, is this what it was? It was all floral.
I start sleeping for 8 hours and I'm instantly more attractive.
Hey, listen, sleep is
Are you a good
sleep
sleeper?
and water. Yeah, I'm a great sleeper.
In that,
I'm
this is like the breakfast
I'm
question.
fantastic at sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no issues.
No.
You can fall asleep right away.
The only issue is I snore like crazy, but that's not an issue for
gosh.
me.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm a snore zone.
Oh God, it's so bad.
Yeah, I feel bad, but what are you gonna do? I've bought all the things at Shoppers you can buy, all 8 things.
There's things you can buy for it, eh?
Yeah,
I've never
well-
tried anything.
Well,
I'd
does
like
it
to
wake
try.
you up?
So no, not that I really remember, but I record my sleep
Yeah.
and I'm constantly gasping for air in the night.
Oh, so you might have apnea.
Yeah.
You might have sleep apnea.
Yeah.
That's different. That you get like a crazy mask for. And stuff.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah,
Great.
Yeah, you might have sleep apnea. I just
Looking forward to
snore
that.
like crazy.
Okay, so it's not like a choking or gasping. You're getting the air in. It's just
Oh,
making a lot of sounds.
I'm sleeping like a baby, just an incredibly loud baby. Like the loudest baby you've ever heard.
I'm trying to work on a joke about snoring, and I keep trying to figure out a way to describe what bad snoring sounds
Why are you
like.
recording your own sleep?
It's a good question.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know why I
intrigued.
started.
Yeah.
I wanted
You
to
do it every
hear-
night?
Oh, I was curious to know if I snort or not because I haven't
Okay.
slept next to a human male in a long time.
Okay.
So like I don't have a guy telling me you snore.
Right.
So I was curious, but then I started discovering that I talk a lot in my sleep, and it's really really funny.
So you're listening to
Yeah.
yourself sleep.
Yeah.
No wonder you became a comic. Can't get
I'm
enough
bored
of
as fuck, Jordan.
Well, I was gonna say can't get enough of yourself. You're like, well, what am I up to?
Narcissist.
What am I up to when I'm not around?
I love that. What am I up to when I'm not around? It's a funny thing. Well, I just have a lot of sleep things. So like I snore, I have sleep terrors, like night
Jesus.
terrors. I talk.
Oh, so you suck at sleeping. You're bad
I
at.
really suck at sleeping.
You have sleep paralysis?
I've had that many times, yeah.
Like where there's like that figure?
Yeah, it's scary.
Whoa.
I get that less than I get night terrors,
What's a night
where I
terror?
think spiders are in my bed.
And ew, what? Oh, and you wake up screaming?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's not restful.
It doesn't sound restful at all.
Yeah. It was worse when I was younger.
Okay.
I would actually wake up thinking someone would be like crawling in my window or like attacking me. And
Right.
like my parents would describe it as like blood hurtling screams.
Damn.
And they would like think someone was attacking me.
Oh God, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
That sounds rough.
I know, right?
Now I understand why you
I've
record.
been a stressed out person for a long time,
my God.
Jordan.
Good
Fuck.
Lord.
And I started stand up at 33 years old.
Oh, that's fine. You can start whenever.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, there's no
I do think
rules.
it's a bit old to start.
Why?
I don't know.
It's insane to start anyways.
That's insane to start at any age.
It's not a good thing to start. It doesn't make sense to start it at any time.
It's
And
weird.
yet here we all are. So many.
It's weird when someone's like, I kind of want to do stand up. And I just go, no, don't.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm actually quite encouraging.
Are you?
I love encouraging people to do it. One, because it makes them shut the fuck up about it. Like those people are like, I'm always thinking about starting. I think I can. I've always thought about it. I'm like, oh, you should. Yes, you should do it. And they're like, I'm like, okay. Like, I love telling people to do it because then they'll stop fucking.
Then they'll
talking about it.
stop saying, people told me I'm funny.
Yeah, exactly. that
And
kind
I
of
should
shit.
I should start this thing.
And because it is really fun.
Yes. When it's fun, it's very fun. This is the way I say it. When it's fun, it's very fun.
Yeah, but that's because you're starting.
When it's
as fun-
not,
as
it's
fun for you.
dreadful. It's not as. Thank you for saying that.
It's way less fun. It's like emotionally alienating, and you're bad.
Yeah. Thank you. Can we clip that?
Yeah, that's the start of it. You suck at it,
I suck.
and then you got to figure out how to do it.
And it's a weird thing because you're just constantly managing ego because people will tell you, good set, good job. And then your ego's going, I've been told I'm not supposed to be good this soon. So I don't know if I can enjoy this compliment. And like, when do I trust people when they're giving me, like, it's just this weird.
Because you'll know.
It's this weird thing.
You'll know because you did well. You'll know. If you're like wondering,
Yeah.
you all like, I always record. Well, not always. This is new, but I didn't always, but I just started. I find it very clarifying to record them.
Oh, yeah. I've recorded most of them. I've
And
only
then-
missed a couple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just not as fun at the start. You have to
No.
kind of learn how to have fun.
Yeah, that's
And
fair.
then it's really fun.
Yeah. How long have you been at it?
I guess like 11 years.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
It's up there.
I know, it's fucking crazy.
That's wild.
It's disturbed. It's really long.
That's a long time to be doing
It's
something.
really long. Yeah. It's like really long.
Was that consistent over the 11 years? Or did you have months off? This is always what I wonder about like breaks when people take breaks.
No breaks actually.
Oh, that's good.
A couple weeks or whatever. Like,
Mm.
I haven't been like, man, like crazy about it. Like, when you first start, you're doing that. Like, if I don't go out every night, I'm a fraud. And then,
Yeah.
but, so I'm not stressed about that anymore. I don't mind taking breaks now, but no real breaks.
No
Yeah,
real breaks.
yeah.
No long ones that were.
No, like, I'm hanging them up. No one where I dramatically slinged a microphone over a coat hanger and walked away from it.
Fucking love that.
Yeah, or like put it down on the stage and be like, see you later, maybe, and then like walk away from it as like a song came on. Yeah, that's never happened.
That's so funny you say that because like I recently kind of took a step back from mics and a number of people were like, when are you back from your hiatus?
Right.
And I was just like, I need to record podcasts and I also work full time.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to be a person.
Well,
who's,
they don't make
like it's.
Yeah, and it's also like they are hard on your mind.
God, are they ever?
It's good not to. It's good not to. The amount of people that you see that they're just like doing it forever, and it's like this isn't fun for you.
Yeah.
And not that I'm saying this about you, but they're like not getting better either. So it's
Yeah.
like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are you getting out of this? What the hell are you doing?
Why are you doing it this
Yeah,
way? Like,
yeah.
why do you keep torturing yourself?
Yeah,
really,
literally, you're just torturing yourself. Yeah, so.
This is a question I asked. I had Justin Shaw on recently. I was curious. Have you ever had a show or a moment where you did want to quit? Like, where it was so bad that you went,
Yes.
I don't know if this is worth it.
I can remember it was at my friend's show at this place in Toronto. It was called Clandestiny at the time. Now it's called the Underground Comedy Club. It actually doesn't exist anymore, but it's a promoter. So, and it was like this club was like really good. It was like a pot room, but it was set up like a club. And this is like my first year, and I went there, and there were all these like people I like was like in awe of at the time, and it was just them. Like there was no audience, and I had performed to that in front, but it was all like a fellow open micer, so I didn't care. But this was like, oh shit, I want to impress all these people, and then I was so stoned, and I just started talking, and I was bombing so hard, and then a comic at the back. I was like looking around, and I was like, I must have had a pleading look on my face. Like it was the closest I've ever come to just like walking off the stage, like doing that thing. And then somebody in the back was like, one of the comics was like giving me a thumbs up, like keep going. And then I powered through and finished the set. And then,
That's nice.
Yeah, that was the closest I ever came to quitting. And now I never think about quitting.
Not once. No. And how long did that crushing feeling like stay? Was it like, did you kind of get over it quickly or?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think so.
Because you just move on. You do another
also,
show.
I'm like not really a pro though. It's weird for me to be talking about this stuff. That's the other thing.
Do you not consider yourself a pro?
Well, I am because I sort of am.
Yeah. A sort of pro.
A sort of pro. I mean, I technically write professionally.
You write. That's more of your.
But I couldn't make money off doing stand up.
Yeah, fair.
Like I'm not with the clubs anymore. I can't do yuck yucks, so there's not a ton of options. You know.
Right.
So.
That's fair.
I'm good. I think I'm good.
You're damn good.
Yeah, but I don't think it's weird to like give advice when I'm like, I don't know what to do. No one do anything. I truly don't know what to do.
I love that though.
I don't even have an agent.
Well, that's kind of reassuring because it's just like, yeah, okay, we're all just doing this weird thing. None of us know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
It's fucking so weird to do.
Yeah. And there's like 10 jobs here in Canada.
What are they?
Doing it. There's like, there's more. I don't know. There's like, I don't know how many Canadian comedy shows are there.
Yeah.
There's like 4.
Yeah.
And then so there's writing jobs and all of those, and then there's like 10 people that make money off actually performing stand-up, and then that's it.
Live your dreams, kids. Whatever you want it to be in junior high.
Just to make sure you don't do it in Canada.
Just don't. Yeah. Yeah. Go to the States.
Yeah.
Was there anything you wanted to be when you were younger? Like, did you have something in mind when you were a little kid?
I guess I wanted to be an actor, actually.
Okay.
But that was like when I was like probably like 12 or 13. And before that, I guess I was a hockey player.
Nice.
And then, yeah.
And now here you are.
Yeah. And then I was in a band for a while.
You were in a band?
Real Star is Born type of thinking. I was in a band. Yeah, we were called Renderwear. I was the very bad singer. It was like a punk band.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Renderwear?
So.
Do you still play?
No. I didn't even play. I just went like, hey baby, like that. Like I just had that voice, like, come on, let's party, kind of thing, and.
Did you play anything or just sing?
I can play guitar well enough that I can be very annoying. If that, not in a bad way, but in the way where I'm like, check this other one out. You know, like,
right.
I can really time suck.
Oh,
so yeah, I can kind of play guitar, but
that's fun.
Enough where I can like impress an uncle.
Not a dad.
Yeah, not a dad, exactly. I can impress a dad, but an uncle would think I'm
What
cool.
about a girl at a house party?
Well, I don't think that it works to impress any girl ever now, right? I mean, back in the day when that was possible.
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the day when that was possible and not like an annoying sign of douchebaggery, I would say it depends how...
Depends on how drunk they were?
No, I was going to say dumb, but then I realized that was really mean, but...
We talked about this at Gus's, our love of 80s music.
Yes. Big. Well, I like
80s.
a big windswept ballad. You know, big ballad, big cheesy feeling. Give me a mood to get caught up in. Take me away, Jefferson Starship or whatever. Take me away on your gleaming Tron highways.
You want to feel like you're in a spspaceship when you're listening to
I
a
want to
song.
feel like I'm on a spaceship, but I'm driving to get back my ex. I'm driving across. That's the big heart ballads. Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
Who do you think is the most underrated 80s rock band?
There's like that band, I think Simple Minds or whatever, and they do, I think they do Don't You Forget About Me. Mm-hmm. But then they also have this other song. This is more song. They have another song called Alive and Kicking. And that song is sick. Oh, no, you know what it is? It's Tears for Fears. Tears for Fears is the most underrated.
They are very underrated.
They're amazing.
And they have some good fucking songs.
They got good songs, good albums. They're sick.
They are. Because they did a bunch of songs in Donnie Darko, which is one of my favorite movies.
You love Donnie Darko.
I love Donnie Darko.
Right. I did. I don't know if I would watch it ever again.
Really?
It's attached to my it's attached to my the Garden State part of my personality.
Oh
that
no!
I had to jettison into space.
You're like, this was a phase I don't want to return to in my life.
This is when I was trying to be interesting.
Is that like were you kind of like an emo kid?
Yeah, I was very. I wasn't not emo, like not actually emo in terms of the genre of music, though I would, but more like sort of like in my head, I was like, I'm tortured,
brooding.
I was. I don't know if anyone would know I was brooding externally, but I think internally I was brooding. Yeah.
What age was this?
When did I stop brooding? Probably 17 to 25.
Okay.
Yeah, those are probably my most emo years.
That's
like
wild.
the kind of guy who went and saw The National, and then it convinced me to get back together with a girlfriend that I shouldn't have. like that kind of like coming back from the concert, being like, The National's right. Me and Beth should get back together. And like,
Beth, yes, it's of course a Beth.
it was a Beth.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Kyle, do you know Kyle Carpenter?
Yes, I know. Who
Yeah.
it is,
He talked about a similar.
Oh, really? He
thing
did the same thing?
He said he had a whole thing.
He seems like a sad boy too.
Where he has a joke with the National, and it's really
Oh
fun.
yeah.
It's
yeah,
really
yeah.
fun.
I could smell a fellow sad boy.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, this guy's tried to cry to Wilco.
That's fucking perfect and so true. I gotta send that clip to Kyle. He'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
But okay, so Jordan. So we're gonna get into the first segment, which is the assumption segment.
I can't wait.
Don't punch me in the face. Ow. This is a new thing I'm doing on the show where I have segments and I'm trying to be organized. So I'm gonna let you know what I assume about you based on what I know. You know, interactions we've had, online presence, listening to your comedy album.
Okay, sweet.
I assume that you rarely get mad at people.
Oh,
Laid back, even keel. I can't see you getting worked up at somebody.
well, I do, but I don't express it.
Okay, so I'm kind of right then, right?
You're all right. I am. I don't actually. I would say I'm definitely I would say chill. I think
Yes,
I am
that's a good word
I
for
am
it. Chill.
But I also get mad a lot. But I just kind of fume, and then I do get over it though. I don't stay mad. I can get mad. I can be like, some things really upset me, but I don't act on it, but then it also goes away. I'm not like carrying around a bunch.
It doesn't. You don't hold things with you like.
Not really.
Not
no.
really, yeah.
Not anymore. I used
Yeah.
to more. Yeah.
Because I also feel like you're from Ontario, right?
Yeah, Sault Ste. Marie.
Is that a big city?
No.
Small city? Small?
It's like let's just say it would fit in it could easily be one of the towns in Nova Scotia
Really?
people make fun of. Yes.
Oh shit.
Yes. It's rural Nova Scotia is like Northern Ontario where you're like, wow, beautiful. Oh God, everyone's unemployed. Like it's like that kind of situation. So
Yeah, beautiful landscape.
mhm.
Everyone's depressed as fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
That's interesting because you live in Toronto now.
Yeah.
Kind of permanently. Because that was the other thing. I was like, because I feel like you're someone who has that small town humbleness where I don't get like a stuck up vibe from you at all, which is what I would get from a lot of people who come from Toronto.
I'm trying to give that off. But everyone who comes from Toronto is like from a small town, I would say.
Do you think? Yeah,
a lot of them. A lot of them, yeah. Most of the people are like me, where they're like, you know, they got a university degree so that they could pretend they were slick, you know, and then move to the city and try to be cool.
What was the move to Toronto like adjusting from small town
I went to
Toronto?
school in a different place. I went to school in a place that's like an hour and a half from Toronto, but it was closer.
Oh, nice.
Or it was same size as Sault Ste. Marie, and so I would go down to Toronto more. So then I warmed up, I guess, by going there, and then it was pretty chill. It wasn't too hard. Moving to Toronto is not like it's not like moving to LA from Kansas in the 1950s. You know what I mean? Like it's not that crazy.
It really isn't.
You're like,
it's pretty easy to figure out.
The
too.
KFCs are fancier.
If anything, they're probably maybe less fancy.
No, they're fancy now. The KFCs in Toronto, they're all getting like gentrified.
Are they really?
Yeah, there's one near my house, and it used to be it was from like the 60s, and it had a big bucket as its sign, like a big, huge,
I love that.
as big as this room, and it's kind of kitschy, and it looked a bit like grody, but it wasn't like run down or anything. But they knocked it down, and they put up a fucking like glass apartment building. And now there's like a fancy KFC in the building, and it looks like you would have a business meeting there. You're like, meet me at the glass KFC at Dundas and Dovercourt or whatever. And I'm like, it's much too fancy. So
gotta say,
the KFCs are fancy.
That's dangerous as fuck, having a KFC in an apartment building.
I know. I would actually kind of go crazy. I wouldn't like that smell in my apartment building all the time.
I love the smell of KFC.
I mean, I'd like it.
At first.
I like it. Yeah, I like a 5-minute like little whiff of it. I don't like living in a KFC. That'd be fucking crazy.
I think
You'd wake up and talk about night terrors. You'd wake up thinking the fucking colonel's trying to kill you.
I had a boyfriend.
Imagine then you have like one of those sleep paralysis things, and then on the corner of your bed, he's like, "I have the best recipe for chicken." You're like, "No, I can't move."
Fuck. I had a boyfriend who worked at a KFC. And I know, right? This was high school, though, in all fairness.
I used to work at a Pizza Hut, same company.
Ooh, oh yeah, nice. And he told me like what went into making the gravy, and it's just essentially grease and leftover gunk from.
That's what gravy is normally, though.
I guess
KFC, that's actually better than I thought it was going to be. I thought you were going to be like, it comes in a bag already made like that, and no one asks anything.
I do fucking love KFC, but it is one of those foods that, like, as soon as I eat it, I regret it. Like, as soon as I have, I think, more than 5 bites.
It's the most
I
like
just go,
that.
ugh.
I don't think I ever want KFC again.
Really?
If I live my whole life not eating another KFC, I'm all right.
There's better fried chickens.
Yeah, way better. We don't need to live in this life anymore, this KFC life. Get it together, KFC. Come back to me later.
Popeyes is good, apparently. I've never had it.
Popeyes
but I hear good things.
The chicken is good. The chicken sandwich that everyone got hyped about isn't very good.
Oh, really?
It's not as good as the other ones.
Oh, shit.
Burger King's got a better one.
Burger King.
Wendy's has a better one.
Wendy's has good chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
Fucking love fast. Are you a fast food guy?
Yes. I mean, I'm not not every day, but do. It's normally, I should rephrase it. It's not that I'm a fast food guy. It's that I drink a lot.
So those are the options available to you.
Yes, I drink a lot. So yes, I have a fair amount of fast food. Yes.
Fuck. Yeah. It's so tough. Last night I thought I ordered Monster Sticks, and they brought me a combo platter of onion rings and Monster Sticks. Like, it was everything deep fry.
Oh, okay.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah,
You'd think.
Too much. Where's this from?
It was all Alexandra's, which is like a late night pizza place. Right?
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't like.
No, I think I've actually ordered that before. And I think it was gross.
It was not.
I don't like any of that shit. I don't want anything that's not fries.
Yeah.
Like matzo sticks and jalapeno poppers and everything else.
I do love matzo sticks though when they're done right.
Yeah, I guess.
they're done right.
Yeah, that's true. I can't completely dismiss the idea of a matzo stick.
That's the quote from Jordan's episode.
Yeah, that's true. I can't completely dismiss a matzo stick. At my funeral, he said he couldn't completely dismiss a matzo stick. Giving everyone a matzo stick. Yes, even you, vegan Charlie.
It's just I just love cheese, but
Cheese rocks.
Cheese is the best. Next segment, shall we?
Next segment. So what was your assumption that I'm chill?
Yeah. That was my assumption. Well, and also that
I just think you're chill. Oh yeah, sure.
No, that you don't get mad. That you're not someone who actually. I can't
but do
see
people
you.
who get mad even admit that they get mad?
Yeah.
Like the anger, I guess that's true.
I think that they do, and I think it's more obvious. I can't picture you like raising your voice at anybody.
It's only happened like 5 times in my life, and every 5 times it's been the best moment ever.
Really? Was it like bosses? Like what was the situations? Friends?
Yeah, friends. I would most of the time like there's like it's happened to like one friend like 3 times.
One friend three times.
Yeah, he's just kind of tiny and annoying, so you kind of get mad at him.
Like a little dog.
Yeah, like a little dog, actually. Yeah, exactly.
Like, stop it!
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, man, shut the fuck up. But it does feel good, I do have to say.
Well, I mean, probably because you don't do it so much that when it does happen, it probably feels good. But we're on to the next one. I do have music for the rant segment. We're doing the rant. I need to rant. Jordan.
Yes.
Do you have a rant for me?
Okay, this is different than my unpopular opinion, so this will be my rant. I'm a big juice guy. I'm loving juice. I drink a lot of smoothies or a lot of fruit juices. I have a giant jug of lemonade in my fridge right now, which was very embarrassing to carry around. It's like 3 liters. And then I was walking around with it last night, and I felt like a fucking serial killer. And then with my big jug of lemonade. But my rant is that no one has ever nailed like these juice places that make juice and smoothies and stuff. They don't work as a business model. It doesn't make sense. Because it's like you go in, and if there's one other person in there, they're fucking dead. It takes so long, and you're like, oh my God, this is going to take forever. But then they can't have another person in there because they'll go out of business because like there's at most there's like 3 people in there.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's my rant. Juice places. Juice places are a bad business model, and we got to figure something else out. They either need to be faster or something needs to happen because it just takes too long.
I feel like there's not a lot in Halifax. There's Booster Juice.
Tons.
Are there? Maybe I'm just not seeing them.
Sprout Therapy.
Oh, that shit.
There's fucking one called Harvest. There's a bunch
those are like really healthy.
Yeah, Harvest is good.
So you're into like the healthy juices?
No,
right?
I just love juice.
Just any juice?
Yes.
Apple or orange?
Oh, I other than apple, I don't like apple juice. Yeah, but other than that, but I'm talking bad orange juice, good orange juice, smoothies, fancy ass cold pressed ones that you drink in like 2 seconds that cost 15. Like it's like, oh, I just spent the price of a movie. I just drank a juice in 2 minutes.
Christ.
But I'll do that too. Like the charcoal ones where you're like, this juice is lemon, charcoal, and fish. And I'm like, ooh, interesting.
Do you ever make your own?
Well, I used to work at a place in Toronto, this coffee shop that had a juicer. And it looked like it was medieval. It was like this huge, like it looked like baby Superman had crash landed in it. It was like big and like steel. And it was so fucking loud. And it would bounce across the counter. So every time someone ordered a juice, I'm like, fuck. And then I have to be like, and this thing would be like it was like steam. It should have been like a steam engine. Like I should have to be like 1 second, and then like it would just like bounce around.
That's terrifying.
So no, I haven't made any juice since then.
I have a juicer if you want it.
No, I don't like making juice.
Yeah,
Honestly, I
honestly,
like having it made for me promptly and without waiting.
Yeah.
It takes forever, and then there's shit everywhere.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Well, it's very wasteful.
It's truly, I enjoyed the juicer for maybe 2 weeks, and then I was like, this is actually way more work than
so much work
than than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
And also people think it's like healthy and stuff, but doesn't like the nutrition go down when you juice things? I heard that somewhere.
You're nodding affirmatively over there.
Oh,
You're like,
okay.
believe me, it does.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm more into smoothies.
Yeah.
Smoothies I can fuck with because like they feel like a meal if you make a good smoothie.
I love it. Yeah, exactly.
Love a smoothie.
Especially one with espresso in it. Oh my god.
Holy shit!
Now I've had
smoothie?
breakfast. I would put bananas, maybe
Does-
some almond butter,
Oh,
an espresso
okay.
shot. God, now we're a raspberry.
We'll throw a raspberry
Just
in there.
one.
Raspberry one.
There
I
you
don't.
go.
I just a little treat for myself. A little treat for me.
We're just going to treat ourselves.
Yeah, one raspberry, and I'm on my way.
The little raspberry.
That was a bad rant. I'm sorry.
No,
thought it
I
was
like
gonna
that
be
rant.
fun.
I like when
And
it's
then I'm like, what am I
specific to
yelling
you.
about?
No, I like that. Now I'm thinking, and I don't think I've ever noticed that not many people work at juice places, but I don't go to enough of them.
Yeah, I'm in them all the
So-
time, and if there's literally one other person in there, I immediately go back out.
You're like, I'm
like, this is gonna take fucking like 20 minutes.
Does it really take that long?
Takes forever. If there's another person in front of you ordering a juice, it is a long time.
Because I find Starbucks to be also the same, although they have lots of people working there. But I find that is
It does take.
you can't just go in and get a quick Starbucks
Yeah, you
unless
can.
unless you're getting just brewed coffee.
Yeah, you got to get brewed coffee.
But if you're getting anything other than that,
takes a long time. It takes 16 seconds a shot if you're doing it right.
at Starbucks.
I think so. I don't know. I used to be a barista. and
Oh,
there
did
was-
ya?
There was like a time.
Oh,
where-
shit.
Oh yeah, I can make the little thing.
Oh.
I can make the little leafy thingamajig.
The little cappuccino
I can
latte.
do a little bit of latte art, you know.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I can make it look cool too. I can do the pour. I can make it say, "Help me." They have my family, and I can't. Please get help.
Please give me health.
Would you like
benefits.
another one? Because my family is being held in the back right now. Act like this. Act like this doesn't say whatever.
Yeah, I'm impatient with
I'm just
any type of
impatient.
place.
Well, we're
Yeah,
all
I'm
getting more
too.
impatient.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of work to be patient now. We're not used to it. We're losing practice at it. Not a lot. Nobody wants to wait anymore.
No,
People get crazy, especially now after COVID. Everyone's lost their fucking mind.
I'm a big fan of instant gratification.
Yeah, rules.
Like, for example, I
It's way better than distant gratification.
Here's-
Oh yeah, you know what's great? Delayed gratification.
so like I think of juices like the way that you talk with juices, like you just enjoy them being made for you. I'm the same with just any type of cooking. I hate cooking.
Oh really?
I hate going through so I wanted to make a butternut squash pasta
Yeah.
the other day.
How's your counter
And
space?
Not good,
This
as you
is
can
the big
see.
issue. If you had more counter space, you'd enjoy it more.
And maybe that's so much of the issue and the problem. 'Cause
Totally.
It's stressful.
Yeah, you're like, oh fuck, I got noodles everywhere. Oh god damn it, my noodles in the sink. Fuck.
I got
You're like-
fucking squash everywhere.
Yeah, I got
What's going on
squash
here?
everywhere. I don't have enough pots. I need another pot. Ow.
Well, my thing was like I thought I could buy because Sarah, producer Sarah here,
Yeah.
told me you can go buy cubed butternut squash at the grocery store.
can. I've seen
and
this.
you can't.
Thank you. I
No, this
I knew
exists.
That
You went to
could.
the wrong grocery store.
I went to Sobeys.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. You should have went to
Walmart,
you should have went to Superstore.
Well, there we go.
You can buy like cube fucking anything now. You can buy like cauliflower rice, and which is like tiny cubed, tiny cubes, and they call it cauliflower rice, even though it's just tiny
Are
shattered
they cube?
frozen.
Are they cube shape?
Well, they would be in a if you could shrink down, or you could make them larger.
Okay.
They're like crushed cauliflower. I mean, yeah. I assume if you can get that, you can get sweet potato cubes.
Oh yeah, I've seen sweet potato cubes, but I was hoping to just get them cubed because I don't like chopping anything, even onions. I just don't like. Knives around me are not good. They're not good.
Yeah, you're
I'm a single lady. I don't have a roommate to help me with this. I don't have a guy to help me with
Yes.
this. So, anyways, but I was like,
what's this? Staying alive? Nobody's around to help me
Eating.
not kill myself. Got it.
I mean, honestly, that
Yeah.
too, though.
Yeah,
That too. I just have the cat. The cat
Yeah.
would just be like, sweet, I
The
can
cat's
eat her
like,
now.
do it. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna fucking eat you. I'm gonna do that thing when the detective's coming here. I'm gonna be eating your eye.
God.
That was too dark. My rant was about juice, and now I'm talking about your cat eating your eye.
Juice rat.
Juice to cat.
Juice to cat, tandem tat.
I rant about juices, and also your cat will eat your corpse if you're not careful, if you let the darkness take you.
But so I wanted to make this butternut squash pasta, and I had to cut a whole fucking butternut squash with shitty Walmart knives.
Bad
and
knives.
I had to buy a new knife.
Cooking's
which was
really something-
$25, by the way. Knives are pricey. Why are they so
I
pricey?
think that's not even a good knife. $25.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm cheap.
Yeah. No. I get it. I have cheap ass knives too. The thing is about cooking, you gotta. The more you invest in it, the more fun it is. I mean, easier said than done, obviously.
I have not set myself up for success with cooking.
If you have nice stuff, it makes you want to cook a bit more. I bought a nice cookbook 2 weeks ago, and
nice.
I made one recipe out of it, and I think that's probably all I'll end up doing. But again, it's very tempting.
Was it good?
It was awesome. It was really good.
So that's my thing. Anytime I get a lot of these fucking recipes from fucking TikTok because they make them look so good and quick and easy and simple. And then I make them and I love butternut squash, but when I made this pasta, it didn't taste like anything.
Yeah, sometimes you can fuck them up.
So sad.
One time, my girlfriend and I tried to make this beef stew, red wine beef stew that
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, and our friend had made it, and she sent us the recipe. And then somewhere along the way, I fucked it up so bad that it just ended up being overcooked beef sitting in red wine. And then we were drunk in an hour, and it was so disgusting. We were like, "Ow, my head!"
Were you drunk off the stew specifically?
Drunk off the stew. Drunk off the stew.
I love I can do a stew. There's certain things I can make. But
everyone's got a couple dishes.
But I don't like cooking because I don't like to eat leftovers and it goes to waste. And I feel like I've spent all this money and done all this work.
You know what sucks
on
about
one
cooking
meal.
when you're single?
Yes, everything.
Everything sucks. And then also when you're done, you're like, that's it, eh? All right, now I'm going to eat this by myself.
That's
And
exactly
I'm sitting
it.
like this. I'm going to crouch over to the coffee table and eat it as I pick something on Netflix. And then you're done. You're like, now I got to clean all this shit up.
And I never do. Usually I have a nap right
But the
after.
thing is, that's why you got to invest in the cooking experience. Because the cooking, you put on a podcast, you move around the kitchen, you taste it, then you have your little time to yourself. It's a nice little time. But if you don't have good stuff, not a lot of counter space, it's not going to be fun.
And also the time. You make a good point. I feel like I'm rushed a lot of the time.
Oh, you got stuff to do.
So I don't take a night. If there was just a Saturday night where you go, I'm making this thing.
That's what your night. Yeah, that's the only time I do it, and that's why I don't do it a lot because I'm also
Busy as fuck.
But if I commit to it, then it's like, I'm always like, that was so nice. That was so nice.
Even when you're alone?
What a nice person I am. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Someone loves you though.
Yeah, that's true. It does help. Yeah, it does help cooking. Yeah.
You're
Someone is worried about me, yes.
Yeah, someone's going to find your body.
Someone gets worried, yeah.
Do you ever think about, if you did die, what the first tip-off would be? That you're
Ooh,
dead?
that's a fun question. Oh, my God. Not counting, not being at work or something?
Yeah, let's just say, well, I guess that would be a good tip-off. Yeah, but that's not a fun one.
Yeah, how would people know that I was dead? During the summer, a lot of us would play basketball, and
I heard about this basketball thing.
Yeah, I've carried it here. I'm like a missionary, but there's I had a pretty good Facebook basketball league going on with some other people, and if I stopped going to that
would be a sign.
I think maybe
that's something that people would
outside
go.
of work and my girlfriend. That would probably be the big one.
Right. And do you talk to her when you're away? Do you talk to her very regularly throughout the day?
Yeah, if I didn't respond to any text messages she sent throughout the day, she'd probably start being worried.
That would be.
Yeah, that would be. I think she would probably be concerned. Yeah.
I get.
Maybe a little bit worried.
Yeah, yeah. She'd start being like, "What the fuck?" Yeah.
It's true.
If I didn't even do one response.
Yeah.
It's true because Andrew Vaughn, the day that I found out he died, I sent him a message in the morning. And I just went, "That's strange. You didn't write me back.
Yeah.
Motherfucker was dead."
There you go. See.
Text your friends back.
How did people find him?
His roommate found him.
Oh my God, that's horrifying.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was kind of a situation where he saw that he was in his room, not moving, but he was kind of just sleeping. He's just sleeping in.
Oh.
He walked by the door and kind of saw.
Oh my God.
But he was just in bed though, because it could have just looked like a sleeping man in bed.
I know, but that's what's horrifying about it.
Right?
You're like, God damn.
But then eventually it was oh, it's been a while.
Damn.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty brutal.
That's awful. Holy fuck.
Right? Can you imagine?
No.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah.
That's
He has
horrifying.
a lot of good material out of it though.
Who is it?
Richard Allen. He's also a comic.
Oh, I've never met him. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah, that's fucking
But
crazy.
see, if that happened to me, no one would know. Only Mindy would know. I live alone.
It'd be your next scheduled podcast guest.
I was literally thinking that.
That's why you have to keep doing this podcast so you don't die.
I was thinking about that today because last night I was thinking about death a lot for some reason.
Don't make your poor producer worried about you. Good Lord.
I do think
She's got to
Sarah,
fucking edit this
I
thing.
should
Never-
probably check on you all the time.
Yeah. She's like, oh God, I got to edit this thing and have to check on you every hour. Christ.
I was
What
thinking
is
that
this?
Sarah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to flash cut this fucking thing and make sure you're cooking the squash.
I was thinking it would be you showing up and be like, she's not answering the door.
Yeah.
And then you would probably show up and go this is not like her.
She like how she did an impression
Where
of
is
you. And she's annoyed, like you're mad at her.
Oh my God, this is not like her.
Yeah.
I do sadly think that for me it would be not posting on Instagram stories.
Ah.
That people would think I was dead. Because
Yeah, you do a lot of stories. I have noticed that. You're one of those people on Instagram when you look at the top of the stories. I'm
you
like,
go,
there's
no.
like fucking 40 in there.
I know.
What is happening?
It's bad. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to make it better.
Yeah, you got to
trying-
chop that in half.
I gotta chop that in more than half.
Yeah.
You can't.
Like
because
3
they'll think
quarters.
you're dead.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
you
the
gotta
first
post,
story
no.
is yeah.
No. You gotta post enough that people don't think you're dead, but not because people have reached out and gone
Hey, you're not posting.
And
Hey, this is Instagram.
and I go, well, I don't have a lot of real life friends, so that's why I'm posting.
Yeah. I'm trying to make a connection, reaching out for
Trying to
it.
do something,
Yeah.
but it is funny when people send me just checking in message, and it's people that you're not really close with, but that might follow you and stuff.
Oh, that's
and they're
nice.
They're like, are they okay? And I have to be like, just having a bad day.
Right.
Didn't want to post,
That's
kind of
nice.
thing. Yeah, it is nice.
That's interesting. It seems like Instagram's work for you. Because when you don't post, people check in. That's nice.
It is nice. I don't know what would make people then go, she might be actually dead. Do
Well, it sounds
something
like you
about it.
respond. One of these people
Yeah.
messaged you and you didn't respond.
I generally respond.
Now
I've
now
deactivated it a couple times though. Gotta do that every now and then. I love how I'm talking about Instagram like it's literally like heroin.
It is like heroin. It's
It is,
incredibly
though.
addictive. It's
Yeah.
like the same.
Are you a big social media guy? Are you addicted like I am?
I'm very addicted to Twitter, yeah.
Oh, Twitter
Yeah,
is your
the
thing.
worst one to be addicted to, the most useless one.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Unfortunately. It used to be good. It used to be good to be addicted to
It
because
went downhill.
you
though.
used to get jobs off it. That was true. And now you get jobs off of Instagram and TikTok and shit. But it used to be Twitter used to be oh my God, this like fucking Rob Delaney or whatever. He got famous from Twitter. And so every comic was like, let's get addicted to this one. And then I did. And then now it's like everything basically moved. Like Instagram's the one you use if you want to sell out a show or whatever.
Yeah.
And now TikTok. But I'm addicted to Twitter. I don't, because for me, I'm not I've never been good at selfies and shit like that. And I like writing more. So that's
You
why
like words.
I like words. And so that's what Twitter's fun for. But now, the only people on Twitter are other writers, annoying media people, and deranged lunatics.
Do you mean comedians?
I guess so, yeah. I basically did describe only comedians there, but yeah.
I do follow a lot of comics on there.
Yeah. And I mean, it's still funny,
But-
but it's also crazy. But it's also now it's now I'm just addicted to this thing. There's no, because before I'd be like, you got to be on it. Everyone's on it. And now it's like, oh, well, now I'm just addicted to this particular taste.
Right.
Like some people, like Instagram, I do go on, but I don't find it as addictive as Twitter.
I find, I'm the opposite. I find Instagram to be, actually, I think TikTok's the most addicting for me.
Right.
That's the biggest time suck because that's just like, ooh, little mini movies. Mini movies.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
you
like,
can really time suck on it for sure.
fuck, man.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fucking insane. Like, I don't watch actual TV shows anymore.
Oh, why would you? It's so much easier to just be like,
But I don't want to be this way. I want to change.
well, it
I
starts.
believe in you.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's why she's going to keep you alive.
That's why I'm gonna check on you every day now.
Like people talk about shows like Love on the Spectrum is out now. I really like the first season of that. I want to watch that, but instead
I believe in you. I think you can watch Love on the Spectrum season 2. I know you have it in you.
You got this.
You got this.
You
Don't let
will
the
not.
bastards keep you down. You can watch a reality show.
You will not lay on your phone
I love that
for
you have, like-
3 hours
Yeah.
and scroll TikTok.
You have like a goals board or whatever, and it's like watch Love and whatever the hell.
Love
it's
on the
got.
Spectrum.
Watch Love on the Spectrum. Finish Love on the Spectrum. Pick Love on the Spectrum.
There's just like there's so many shows that people say are good and
lot of
Hacks.
shows.
I want to watch Hacks.
Okay, this is my
I think
other
Hacks is
rant.
good. Oh yeah, tell me.
Not my unpopular opinion. This is my rant, but I can do that too. I hate because sometimes people will be like, "Oh, you got to watch this show," and I'm like, "What episode can I start on?" I don't like starting before it gets good. And they're like, "You got to watch the first one." I'm like, "No, I don't. I'm fucking smart. I can figure out a show like before it." You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like some shows get good in the second season, some shows get good episode 4. I'm like, just tell me when it gets good. I don't want to fucking.
Yeah,
start from
tell
the
me
first
like
one.
yeah.
Like,
cut to the chase.
But everyone's like, "You got to watch the first one." No one will ever tell me when it gets good.
Oh, I hate that.
People won't tell you. They're like, "You have to do what I did."
Yeah, that's an annoying one, especially when a show has like
16 seasons.
Yeah, exactly.
ton of
I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, when does Billions
Grey's
get?
Anatomy,
When does
I
Billions
will
get good?
Never stop at season 1. I will go straight to season 10 and I figure it out.
which show?
Grey's Anatomy?
Grey's Anatomy. Oh yeah, I mean that show should not be still around.
Wow. Really took a chunk out of all the Grey's Anatomy heads.
I hear
out
it's
there.
dreadful right now because like they changed it. They made a whole part of the show be about COVID.
Oh, why? Why
Yeah,
would they
it's
do that?
like Meredith almost died of COVID.
Oh, Jesus
Really?
Christ.
In the
That's
show.
hilarious. That's crazy. I love that.
And like so many of the main characters that people love left because the show's been going forever.
That's great. I love that.
Right?
They took a shot. They took a chance.
And then took a shot in the dark.
Yeah, they're like, maybe they want COVID. It'll be like the Iraq War. No one will ever make media about it that people like.
Were you a big Game of Thrones person?
I actually just watched it over the pandemic. I just watched it this summer.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
What did you think of the end?
it's awful. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's insane how badly they fucked it up. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it.
I know.
I was texting my friend the whole time because he was like a big fan. He's read all the books and stuff. And like, when I started watching it, I was like, holy shit. I hate that I haven't watched this show yet because it's like, it's so good. It's like it's really funny and it's about like politics basically and stuff like that. And it's got like great characters. And I'm like talking about how good it is. And he's like, yeah, man. And just wait. And then I was like, and I know it gets bad. I'm like, but I don't. I was like, I was excited to find.
Where it got bad.
Yeah, because it was like, I'm like, I cannot believe they made this that bad. Like it's so good. How did they possibly achieve a badness in a way that people fucking hate it now?
Right.
And then I was watching, I was like, oh, that's how they did it.
That's how they did it.
It was really
That
bad.
said, there were some moments right before it got really bad that I really that were really damn good.
There's still some good ones. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't regret the journey, but the ending is it's god awful.
Yeah.
Well, you
it's
can
not
tell when they
great.
stopped being on the books because it started becoming the screenwriting became very very cliched and like movie shit.
Yeah.
It became for the nerds. It became for the fans. It became like fan service the whole way through. It's like, wouldn't it be cool if these two hung out? And you'd be like, I guess. Isn't it crazy? And you're like, sure, I don't know.
Going back to your rant about people telling you like they'll never tell you where to start in a show. What about if they said, "This is where it gets good.
Yeah.
If it doesn't hook you here, you won't enjoy it. If it does, you're in for it. But also said, but you, for the context and for it to be as impactful, you do have to watch the first episode to this point. Because there's a show I have in mind that's The Leftovers.
That The Leftovers is the fucking example that makes me think of this.
Shut up,
everyone's
really?
like, yes, because everyone's like, the first season's bad, and I'm like, okay, well, can I skip it? And everyone's like, no, and I'm like, well, I don't want to watch it then.
There's it's episode, I think it's episode 4 or 5 in the first season. There's a moment.
Yeah.
There's a moment, and I always say, I'm like, that's the moment where it fucking ramps up, but you're not really gonna understand.
Well, why don't I
moment,
just start
you
from
know,
4 and 5 I just
You
I
actually
can't
could.
I just can't imagine that any TV show is. It's not like they're like fucking like Russian literature. You're like, I know they kind of are. Like, you could say The Sopranos has some shit.
Yeah.
But like, just tell me when it gets good, and then I'll be invested then. But I'm not gonna be like, what's happening? There's no one on the earth anymore. Like, you know what I mean? I'll like fucking put it together. I'm like, yeah, there's no one around. Everyone's sad. There's a metaphor happening. I'll pick up on it.
It's
But
just,
it literally it is because The Leftovers is the main one where this happens. Where I'm like,
That's wild.
it's like, you gotta watch the first one. And I'm like, but everyone says it's bad, and everyone's like, it is bad, but you gotta watch it. And I'm like,
I don't think it's bad at all. I loved it, but I like dark shows. I like dark.
no, but just the first season. Everyone's like, it's not as good as, and then they're like the 2 and 3 are like
Two
incredible.
and 3 are amazing.
Incredible, yeah.
I think all of them are amazing, though. I would disagree with those people. I would fight those people. I would argue that the first 3 episodes are slow, but there's that moment in the 4th or 5th episode that you're like, shit.
Well, okay, all right.
So that's what I'm saying,
All right.
Jordan.
Well, that's a little better than what everyone's giving me, but
It's worth.
I might just start from Ep 4.
But like mine is, I just can't recommend Mr. Robot enough as a show.
I hate if.
Don't hate me for this, but it's time for an unpopular opinion.
And an unpopular opinion is I think Rami Malek's the worst actor in the history of
What?
and should be banished.
That's offensive.
Should be banished from screens.
I just
He sucks. He sucks
Hang on.
at acting.
Hang on.
It's fucking crazy. Fucking sucks.
What? Based on what?
The Queen movie. He's crazy bad in that. And then I just watched this movie. The bile comes from that movie, and then I watched this one, and I knew it was gonna be a bad movie. The like one Denzel Washington, Jared Leto, where it's like Jared Leto's like a serial killer or whatever, and he's like Rami Malek's is like it's called The Little Things. And Rami Malek's is like a cop, and Rami Malek is so bad in it, you can't. It's
no.
indescribable. Every line read, you're like, why did you say it like that? It doesn't make any sense. No one talks like that. You talk insane. Like, it's so weird. I'm like, what are these line deliveries? It's like, yeah, it's so bad. It's crazy.
Damn, hot fucking takes.
It's not even that hot.
It's probably-
People will understand one day. We're all gonna be like, remember when we thought Rami Malek was good at acting? We fucking gave this guy an Oscar.
Did you
Get out of here?
Did you watch Mr. Robot?
No, I haven't.
Is it because of the Rami Malek hate?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's phenomenal in that show. I will give you everything else, but I stand by him being phenomenal in Mr. Robot. But that is a show that ended on its own terms. So that's it. Just
Like a marriage.
they're like, we're gonna do 3 seasons and that's it. We're done after that. But it's a really good 3 seasons.
Okay. All right.
That's my TV recommendation.
Please. That should be a segment.
Ooh, TV rec
TV rec.
for Sarah to try to watch.
Sarah to Sarah. I think you both should do one.
Sarah to Sarah. Do you have a? Oh, you love TV. Do you have a?
Who
I do
doesn't?
love TV.
Everyone loves TV.
I would highly recommend Mindhunters on Netflix.
Oh yeah, I like mine.
That's my
I'm a
favorite.
ghost and goblin and ghoul dude. And like even when it's bad, there's so many. Anything that's a little spooky or serial killer, I watch it and then I complain to my girlfriend. I'm like, oh, this show sucks. She's like, they always suck. And I'm like, I know, I can't stop.
I do the same thing.
Like that Midnight Mass show. Have you watched this? It's like
Mass?
it's by the guy who did House on Haunted Hill.
That was the show I was just gonna say. That show was.
Oh, so
wild.
I watched that whole thing, but then by the end, I'm like, oh, everyone's talking in a fucking monologue. It's so annoying. And then his new one is like,
Oh, shit.
all monologues. It's crazy. I've never seen it done like it's so bad. It's like everyone, but I watched the whole thing because anything about goblins and ghosts and
Serial killers.
and serial
Woo!
killers.
Death.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, I don't watch. I haven't watched you.
Oh.
You's not what I'm talking about.
I haven't watched it.
It's gotta be no. It's gotta be like 7.
Oh, okay.
It's like that kind of shit.
Okay.
It's
fair.
gotta be something where I'm like, that was twisted with an X, like that kind of like you spelled twisted instead of that last E. It's an X.
Do you know what show I really miss? I have no idea what the fuck's going on with it.
What?
I literally forgot the name. Black Mirror.
Jesus
Black
Christ.
Mirror. Black Mirror. My mind just blanked for a split second, going. You
That
know
would be.
the show.
If that's the end of the segment every time. It's just like you.
Do you know?
You should just describe the show.
Oh, like badly described.
I don't know the name.
yeah.
I don't know the name, but it's Black Mirror. I miss, and I wish that they would come back.
I think it'll come back, isn't it? Was it done?
I don't know.
I don't know if it's done.
I haven't heard any rumblings.
It did kind of run its course, I think.
Do you think?
Yeah, it's like by the end, you're like, yeah, phones are crazy. I get it.
Technology's weird. Okay.
Yeah. Technology's fucking crazy. Man.
Technology's gonna kill us. I
Yeah,
get it.
I get it.
I
Sure,
get it.
Sure.
Man, I gotta watch more TV.
No, none of us do.
I
This is my unpopular opinion. Watching TV is not a good thing. We've all tricked ourselves into thinking it's good. We're like, oh, there's so many good shows, and I'm like, it's still fucking TV. We should go outside.
We should go. I mean, listen.
And I
that's
watched it done.
true.
Like, it's crazy the idea that we think imbibing culture now is like, it's like a good thing. Like you're making yourself better by watching better shows. I'm like, it's fun, but it has like no effect.
Fair.
You know what I mean?
I was actually thinking about that the other day. I was like,
It's insane.
So I was watching a movie and I was like, what? Why?
Yeah, like what am I doing? Why am I always
Yeah.
but then this idea of like this kind of thing that people always have where it's like the idea of self-care as being like totally veg out and watch and binge shows. Like I'm like, that's fun. I love doing it. Like I literally did it last night. But it's like it's this idea that it's good when it's like it's not good. It's a net negative. It's not good or bad, but it's like it's not good.
It's not good.
Yeah, it's like the way we talk about it. It's like you gotta watch this. By the time you're done, you'll be different. It's like no, I won't. I'll be the exact same shithead I was before.
You just didn't do laundry for a long time.
Yes, exactly. I just didn't do chores or whatever.
You just ordered a lot of takeout
Yeah.
because you're not moving from one spot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of the binge anyway. I don't.
You
I don't.
just parcel it out, little treats along the way.
I might do 3 episodes at a time or something like that.
Yeah,
but like these people who take like a whole day and watch a
Yeah.
whole show.
Yeah,
I got close with Schitt's Creek. That's a show I really enjoyed.
I never watched it. I hate Dan Levy. Dan Levy's
That's also offensive.
detestable.
That's an unpopular opinion.
Is it? Because
Yes, he's
it's
very
not.
well. He's very well liked.
Now, but he wasn't before. Everyone
Oh,
hated this
shit.
guy. He was fucking loathed. Everyone who's ever worked with him in Canada is like, he's an asshole.
Oh shit!
He is-
I heard the opposite.
He's an asshole.
Oh no.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
But maybe maybe both things can be true. Sometimes people are assholes to some and then not to others.
You might have just. Have you met him?
I've not met him, no.
Okay, but you've heard things.
I've heard things.
Okay,
Just
I-
like an asshole. Nothing cancelable.
nothing. Okay, just not nice.
You don't have to stop liking him or anything.
Oh,
There's
no,
no
no, no.
morality
Oh, okay,
involved
well,
here. He's just
That's okay then.
Yeah, he's just an asshole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a bad day.
Yeah. and I'm just like, I can never respect pure nepotism either.
Oh,
I
fair.
can't get behind it. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, this shows, yeah. Like, I'm like, your dad is Eugene Levy, and
Yeah.
your dad's best friend is Catherine O'Hare. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That was the thing with Girls, the show, HBO show Girls. A lot of criticism came out about like how they were just hired because of their parents, and they're very important.
Yeah, I
parents.
mean, it definitely helps.
Definitely helps.
It doesn't like, it'd be crazy to be like, it had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. Like just yeah.
Yeah. It's weird that we act like that's not, because it's like, even if at the very least what it does is make you think much more that you can do it than other people, because one, you have the money to fall back on, but also two, you know people in the field, so you're like, oh, I know how to do this. I know how it is an achievable job where it's like, for most people, it's like, when I was like in Sault Ste. Marie, I'm like, the only job I knew about that wasn't like blue collar was like teacher. Like in my mind, like when I first moved to Toronto, I'm like, what does everyone do here? Like I didn't know what jobs everyone was doing. I'm like, there's all these offices. I'm like, what
Lots
the
of
fuck?
computer stuff.
Yeah, like whenever I see like a job, people are on a computer. I'm like, what
With a headset.
is that job?
They work with numbers,
Yeah, exactly. So
stock market,
yeah, something. Yeah, I'm like,
marketing, lots of marketing.
yeah, I'm like, and I'm like, what is marketing? And then it's like, actually though, what is that? Public relations. Oh yeah, what is that? Like, I don't know. Yeah, like, what was that degree for?
I ask myself all the time.
Yeah.
I just go, oh, what? I took PR, like, I mean, I'm pretty fucking old, but I graduated in 09. And back then it was like, PR was like, here's how to write a news release.
Right. Okay.
And now it's like, what's a news release?
Oh, yeah, that's how to get followers. I guess.
Yeah, how do you get? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Paid like Facebook ads, Instagram ads. Like it's totally changed. Which is sometimes school is pointless. Did you go to actually like university or anything? What did you take?
I took cultural studies and history.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like what I learned. It did not. Well, I guess it kind of helped me get
Yeah.
a job in a roundabout way, but
Yeah. If
That's
you were
not
to
the
turn
point.
back time, would you take something different?
no.
Oh, that's good.
No. I also did a year of comedy school at Humber, which I would not have done. Don't do it. That's why no one do that. Just start doing it.
I've heard about this. Well, a couple people have taken
Yeah, like,
Travis,
took it.
Nathan, McIntosh.
Yeah, tons of people took it. But what was I gonna say?
Learn the hard way. Just do open mics.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you just have to start. It just doesn't prepare you for that, so it's kind of a waste of time.
Right.
Though it did teach me one thing that is the only important thing.
What's that?
Move the mic stand.
Yes.
That's the only rule of comedy.
Fuck.
That's hard.
That's the hardest part. That's it. Because that's when the audience knows if you're good or not.
Oh.
If you move it just totally out of the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got to get out of the way.
Yeah.
If it's in the way, they're like, get that fucking mic stand out of the way. It's weird.
Yeah.
They know something's wrong.
Yeah. The mic stuff is
That's the only actual technical thing. Taking the mic stuff. Like,
what about the stool and your relationship with the stool?
I'm a stool humper. No, I'm just kidding. I don't never mind stool humping. I'm taking the stool on a date. Half the set, I like wine and dine the stool. I like do the Lady and the Tramp thing with it.
It's really funny.
Oh, I love the stool.
But there is this like weird.
I love the stool.
This cliche about how bad comics like use the stool so much. I don't even acknowledge
What do you mean
it.
use it?
Like,
I don't
lean
even
on
realize
it.
It's there half the time.
Well, this is just
You got to use it.
This is what I'm
do you
just
put your
getting from
drink on?
comedy. Oh, so that's the other thing. I've never brought a drink up with me.
We got to bring
Yeah.
a drink up. You're fucking gonna get thirsty. These are all important things to do because
So-
then you feel lived in. It's like your room. It's a trick. It's a trick. It's not for you. It's for the audience.
Oh.
Because then you bring up stuff. They're like, oh, this person knows what they're doing up there. They're not like nervous.
They're nesting.
Yeah, they're nesting. They made it at home. They've made it a home. You put-
I'm
that's the
mostly
thing, you
scared
do-
of knocking it over. That's my thing.
Stool?
My drink.
Well, that's why you need anytime there's a show and they put a stool on stage and it's fucking plush, I like want to go crazy. I'm like, don't you know what I'm using this for? It has to be hard. But
Yeah.
yeah, if you knock your drink over, that sucks, but whatever. I mean, if you don't want it up there, but I'm saying that is the other benefit to having a drink is it helps you get better at being natural.
Yeah, I think I'm just still in that, like, I bring up a notebook. I bring up my phone to time myself and record myself. And I just feel like having a drink is going to be too many
But
things
where do you put
to
those
assemble.
things?
And the mask, I got to take the mask off, too. That's another element now.
But where do you put those things?
On the stool.
Oh, well, then you do use a stool.
I do. But I don't bring a drink up. I've
I
never
see.
done
Okay,
that yet in
Oh, then you're fine.
in comedy.
Well,
Maybe I'll do that then. Maybe I'll
hey,
do that
listen,
tomorrow
like I
night.
said, I believe in you. You can watch.
Sarah, you can do hard things.
Yeah. You can put you can come on stage with a drink and then you can come home and watch 14 episodes of Love on the Spectrum. You have what it takes.
You got this.
Yeah, you got a fire burning inside of you.
Aim low. blow, Sarah. Fuck.
That'd be so funny if I told you to bring a drink on stage and like it went disastrously. Like you brought it up there, it spilled everywhere. You like electrocuted yourself. Like I'm like, oh no.
I think I'm also just scared of silence and when to take that sip. You know, like I would have to be.
Actually, don't be scared of the silence. What's wrong with the silence? It means they're not laughing, but that's fine.
I don't really
just be comfortable with it.
I don't really like it.
When I was working on set, that's one of the things I told us, like, be comfortable being awkward and be comfortable being in silence because you're going to be in silence a lot. And I was like, great.
It's going to happen.
Cool.
I was almost a little too comfortable with the silence when I first started. I would do this thing where I would take a long time to start my set. I'd really let it build. And it's kind of from like basically when I did plays and stuff.
Right.
And so it was like, I took it from there. And it was bad. And ultimately it backfired on me. And it was just kind of me overcoming with my nerves on stage. But I did think it ended up helping me because I was fine, you know, more comfortable on stage.
Interesting. Well, that's one thing I love about your comedy. You seem very comfortable on stage, and like you seem like you're always having fun up there. Like there's some people I watch where I go, I don't think they're having fun.
Yeah, exactly. You need to have. They know when you're not having fun.
They know.
They know. When you're up there and you're like, I don't want to be up here, and like I'm worried you don't. Like they're like, because they're like, why the fuck are you doing this? Like if you're not, why would you ever do this if you're not having fun? Like fuck you for making me feel like this.
Right? It's like
you're being an asshole if you're not having fun.
And it's like it's your time. You're not, you know, most times comics aren't paid for open mics, and it's like,
what else are you doing if you're not having fun?
Exactly. Yeah. I'm thinking back to the set I started at Gus's recently. I opened the set with ugh.
Yeah, you gotta smile.
I went ugh.
My buddy one time told me it was like the best advice. I had a relatively important set, and I was like stressed about it. And he's like, "Well, just make sure you smile when you go on stage."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, always smile. Try to smile." And so then I was walking around like the city smiling at people like a freak. Like I was practicing. I was like, hey. It was very disturbed. But now I'll remind like before I go up, I'm like, oh, I should smile.
That also helps when your jokes are dark as fuck. And because I think that helps a bit. Like just showing them that you're okay saying the joke.
Yeah, totally. You have to if you're not having fun, they're like, What are we doing here?
What are we doing here? Do you get bad nerves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad, but not bad. Depends on the show. But if there's any stakes, I will get nervous. Yeah.
Tell me about this album. So, Friend Daddy.
Yeah.
Recorded here in Halifax.
Yeah. That's much to my well.
What was?
I didn't mind doing it here because I was like, fuck, no one else is doing one right now. I should do one. I'm kind of lucky to be in Halifax. But I was more upset because I wanted to do it. There's like two cool venues. I wanted to do it at the Good Robot space, and they like weren't able to have it. And then I wanted to do it at bus stop or whatever.
Yeah.
So then the only place was like, I mean, I could have done it at a couple places, but then I was like, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just thinking of all the places that I did. But then I did it at the Port Room, which like this Nick Martinello ran for like, I think just for those two shows.
Why did I think it was at the Carlton?
I don't know. I performed.
You've done that.
Yeah, I should have done it there.
When did you record this?
Not last April. End of April.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And you're happy with it?
Yes, I am happy with it, but I wasn't at the time. But it's turned out all right.
Oh, it's so great.
Oh, thank you.
Everyone needs to check it out.
It wasn't. Yeah, no, it's really good. You should check it out.
But comics,
are you sure about that?
Yeah, no, I'm sure it's great.
But I feel like if I ask the question to any comic, are you happy with that? Most comics would say,
yeah.
Like it's that self-critical.
It was also because of the pandemic. I felt the need to record something more like it's not as polished as it could have been, but also that's okay because it's kind of like a moment in time, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But I think that's also sort of why, like, if I had, not that I wish it would more, but that's like something that haunts me about it.
Right.
But
I really like when comics include crowd moments in their albums.
Well, my favorite thing ever, I can't even remember what the joke was, but I think on Werewolves in London, like a Patton Oswalt album. There's a moment, the most like memorable moment is when a guy talks and he like roasts this guy, and it's like an extra minute and a half, but it was like the funniest part to me.
Right?
And so I mean, the riffs are the best part of any set.
They are. I'm trying to think of what it was in your album that there was a funny moment where you talked to somebody.
There's the geography line, which I like a lot.
Yes.
Where a lady cheers when I say my hometown, and I'm like, "Are you from there?" And then she goes, "No." I'm like, "So you just like geography?" And that was like that one. I was very pumped. When it was over, I was like, "That was sick."
Right? Thank God. Did you do the thing where you recorded a couple different takes of it, or?
Yeah, I did 3
shows, and then you picked. Did you pick just bits from each? Or
well, the guy who produced it for me. He works on the show, and he was like super good and really detailed. And so like my first one, I just did that track. I did 2 nights, and I just picked track to track to track. And this guy, he was like going in and taking the best part of the joke from one night and putting it into a different night. Like he like really, he really manipulated the results. Yeah, it's he did an amazing job. So
that's great.
Yeah,
everyone.
It was hyper detailed, but it also took like a ton of work. It's like I had to listen to these sets like fucking so many fucking times, like being like this 10-second chunk is good, and go from like this 2-minute chunk and then this 1-minute chunk and stuff like that.
Is this your first album?
No, I have 2.
Two.
This is my second one.
Second. Mm-hmm. How do you choose the jokes you put on an album? Is that a tough process?
Not really.
You just kind of know what your standouts are?
Yeah, whichever's the best.
Yeah.
Whatever the best ones I have are. I normally don't have more than an album's worth of jokes going at a time. Just kind of, you'd spend however long writing jokes, and then you're like, well, those are the jokes I have. I should record them in some way.
I like that.
Yeah.
Did you take a lot of time between the 2 albums?
Yeah, it was 4 years.
Oh, okay. That's a good amount of time, though.
Yeah.
That's good.
Damn, that's too long, I would argue.
11 years, Jordan.
Yeah, it's 4 years, and last one was 2017.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Man, everyone, check out Jordan's album.
Check them both out.
Check them both out.
You can buy it on iTunes and Amazon.
And the comedy album store in your local town.
Yeah. Wherever you get your comedy vinyl.
Wherever you go hunting for comedy albums.
Yeah. If you're a crate digger, find this in a crate. Pick this one up in a crate.
Oh my goodness. This was a pleasure to have you, though. Do you have any other unpopular opinions or rants you want to get out before we wrap?
Well, I had some, but I really think Rami Malek sucks at acting. And what was the other one that I had? Who else was bad? What else did I say?
Juice. Talked about Juice.
Dan.
Dan Levy. That was
Dan
the other
Levy.
one. Rami Malek and Dan Levy can fucking make credit cards
So
together
you
in the pits
don't-
of hell.
Jesus Christ. Anything else?
What about making a credit card ad? This fucking Dan Levy guy. What the fuck is wrong with him? These fucking celebrities that do credit card ads is disturbed. It's like, you're rich. Why are you making a credit card ad?
Maybe he's not as rich as you think.
Dan Levy's not as rich as I think.
You never know.
He just got like $100 million fucking deal with like ABC or some shit.
You never know.
And he's rich already. He was born rich.
Yeah, that's true.
What are we talking about? He's never not been rich.
What credit card does he sell?
It's like an American. It's him and Rashida Jones, also born fucking rich. Like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
insane how many people that are celebrities that are just like sons and daughters of
Of rich, famous
the
people.
ruling class.
Yeah. At least they're acting, though, and they're not like a Kim Kardashian or like, I mean, at least they're actually acting.
Yeah,
Doing
I mean, there
things,
is a
making
little bit better,
things.
but they shouldn't be making. Don't do fucking credit card ads. What the hell?
Yeah. I mean, I think
I'm
anytime
talking
you
to
see a celebrity in an
Seinfeld
ad,
and Tina
it's...
Fey as well. Come on.
Would you buy the credit card? What credit card company is that? Do we know?
Capital One.
Capital One?
Maybe it's American. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm looking for a new credit card this way.
Well,
Maybe Dan Levy will sell it to me.
yeah, maybe I'm wrong.
Oh my
I
goodness.
think that's all my.
You're all ranted out.
I think I'm ranted out. Well,
Mike-
no, fuck it.
I mean,
I'll leave the people waiting.
yeah.
Bated breath.
To be continued.
To be continued.
Where can people follow you, find you, keep up to date with you?
Follow me on Twitter. At
Oh, yeah, go to the
Jordan
tweet. Go to
Foisy,
Twitter.
And then I guess follow me on Instagram or whatever you want to
Instagram.
do. At Foisman. And then, yeah. That's
Go
it.
see a show. Do you have any shows coming up?
in the next month?
Uh,
Probably a lot.
no. I don't even know. I
You're
do.
not sure?
I do. I don't have any like headlining gigs or anything.
Oh, okay, cool. We're gonna end the episode and get it off. Get it
no
off.
juice for you, you fucking
No
idiots.
juice. No juice. Jordan's getting the juice
I love juice.
because he loves juice. But you guys gotta check out Jordan's album. Give him a follow. See a show if you can. You're amazingly funny.
Oh, thanks, man.
And I enjoyed the album so much. So thank you so much for doing
Thanks for having me.
Oh my god, we haven't rung the bell once.
Ding ding.
You get to ring the bell to end the episode.
Oh, hell yeah.
You can give it a big ding if you want.
Order up.
Is that a Pizza Hut flashbox?
Thank you for listening to the Intoxicated Podcast. If you enjoyed this week's episode, make sure you subscribe on whatever podcast app you use and leave a rating or review on Apple Podcasts. You can also give us a follow on Facebook and Instagram at Intoxicated Podcast and check out our video episodes on the Intoxicated YouTube channel. Until next week, feel hard and talk hard. Intoxicated Podcast is hosted and produced by Sarah McClellan, co-produced by Sarah Nicole, and brought to you by the messiness of life.